Testing. Okay, so good evening, everybody. Let's start. So this session will be a very quick one. So like we will have a quick rundown of some of the counter and the indexes, and after that we will go on to the lucky draw, which is the main event. So I hope to get this session done within 1 hour lah. So let's do a quick chop one. Okay. Okay. So I do hope all the lucky draw participants are here though. It'll be funny if someone wins something and then that person is not here. Okay, but anyway, let's start the analysis first, or the index. So generally this week, right, it has been somewhat bullish for most of the index. Mainly Singapore. Singapore recently has been doing exceptionally well, whereas Hong Kong is slightly not so good lah. The US is somewhat so-so, but among the three, right, among the three market, I am still finding Singapore to be a much where a lot of counters, most of the counters are moving and easier to trade for now lah. Because US seems like most counters are stuck there, or Hong Kong, it seems that most counters are still in the red. So you can actually see from the S&P index, right? It was only during Thursday and Friday that US market start to recover, and we are somewhere right at the quite near the high already lah, the all-time high lah. Previously, we hit the all-time high around like in the middle of March, and then things start to go sideways a bit before it start to recover. You can see that for Hong Kong index, similarly same, but it was a bit worrying because Hong Kong does broke through the support here, and but now it is slowly climbing back lah. And seems like from most of the counters, right, they have hit the support, and I do hope that it will continue to go up like this, and because currently Hong Kong scanner is still not giving any exceptionally good trade setup compared to our Singapore scanner lah. Okay, but when you look on the STI side, you can see that we have been somewhat sideways for the past 3 days here, but after that we had a good closing lah, good closing for the week. So we are really officially back to the pre-COVID level already. Okay, if you look at on the DBS side, right, we are very close to $29. We are very close to the last time all-time high around $30 already lah. Same thing for both OCBC. You can see OCBC here also, it has sort of breakthrough this entire consolidation area. So if it does continue to break through, right, I think it can easily hit back $14 quite soon lah, quite relatively soon. Although UOB seems to be among the weaker of the banks because it has still yet to pass through this previous consolidation area. It's still somewhat stuck there lah. But overall, Singapore seems to be pretty still very bullish going forward. So let's look at some of the counters, specific counters lah, on the Singapore counter. Okay, so I think AEM is doing relatively okay. You can see that on Wednesday, I think there was a trade call when price was somewhere around here during this candle. So the trade call, I think it came in actually sometime earlier in the day lah. So for those who are online, right, I do hope that you manage to catch it. And if you do manage to catch it, right, you will be in a relatively safe position here, lah, which you should be able to and get in around like $4 plus. And then the stop loss is somewhere around here. And then this should be a relatively safe ride towards at least 460 lah, the previous resistance here lah. Of course, if it does break up higher, then good lah. But I think AEM for now, I believe this should be a very good support really. So if you are a latecomer, right? If you are a latecomer to AEM, worry not, you can still enter, but because your stop loss is right here, right? Then you probably have to enter lesser amount of lots because you are now taking a slightly higher risk lah. So that's the only thing that you need to worry about. On the other side, we also have counters like Food Empire. So all these counter, right, you can actually see this is the scanner for today. So all this scanner is actually after Friday lah. So after Friday, I have this scanner result here, and we have all these counter here. So we have the banyan tree. So banyan tree, I'm sure you all have seen the trade setup that came out on Thursday, and we had a good run on Friday lah. So this one, banyan tree is one of the counter that is doing quite well. That we had it on our trade setup. Another one is Hanwell. So Hanwell it came up together with the trade setup as banyan tree, but sadly for Humble it is still stagnant there. But this is by no means a bearish price movement. This is by no means a very bearish price movement. It is just hanging around there for a while, something like this, hanging around there sideways before it start to go up lah. So you can see how banyan tree moving, right? The pattern that banyan tree moving, it will be somewhat a lot like prop next. So you can see that prop next somewhere around here, right? Up here, up, sideways, sideways, then up, sideways, sideways, up, sideways, sideways. So banyan tree, Hanwell should follow like a somewhat similar pattern here. Like you can see the pattern forming already. So no matter what, right, the key thing is stick to your trade plan. Don't anyhow exit. Be very patient. Be very patient. If you cannot wait this, right, then you are not going to get this. So if you look at counters like Food Empire, if you are not able to wait through this, right, then you are going to miss this entire thing. Okay, so be patient. And you can also see here that Food Empire came out on the scanner as well. So it is mainly because you can see there seems like a support that is established here and it is trying to break out. So if you are looking to enter Food Empire, right, actually this is quite a good place to enter, mainly because you have an established support here, right? You can set your stop loss here 0.815, then you can enter here and you can easily get your TP around like $1 level. So the risk reward is quite a good risk reward there lah. Okay, and of course Hong Fok is the current one that went up a lot. So if you all seen my Hong Fok analysis, right, it is not a trade setup, it is just an analysis. Do beware that this area is a very I would say tough resistance lah. It have yet to successfully break through this. But the thing is that the volume for this current breakout, right, is exceptionally high. You can see this volume here compared to this volume here and compared to this volume here, right? This volume is exceptionally high, and hopefully we will be able to break through higher lah. But of course, it is not going to go one straight line up. What you will see is you will probably see a few days of sideways movement. You will see a few days of sideways movement somewhere around here. So you need to be able to hold through whatever this sideways movement is lah before it start to break out. So like I said again, right? Your patience is very important. But the reason why I do not have a trade setup for Hong Kong is that there is quite hard to place your stop loss lah. So for example, if I decide to chase this candle, right, then my stop loss will minimally be below this candle. Because if you put anywhere along this candle, right, it's very easy for it to come down and take you out. But of course, in hindsight, it continues to go higher lah. So I mean, hindsight is 2020. But when you are coming up with a trade plan, right, you do need to factor in all sorts of scenario and make sure that you don't fall into those kind of traps lah. So if I cannot at least put my stop loss here, right, then I will probably not take the trade. And you can see that this stop loss is quite a wide stop loss also. So it's something that I'm not comfortable taking. Hence, there is no trade setup for it. But of course, for anyone else who decide to trade, also you should be aware of the resistance level that I have shared. This resistance level here that I have shared, and of course the support level, which is somewhere around here lah. So these are the two levels that you need to watch out for. So given the daily candle you see here, right? This daily candle is actually more on the bullish side also, but you can see that there are sellers coming in. So I don't expect it to go up, shoot up straight above this resistance next day lah. So you will see some form of profit taking, a bit of retrace, and perhaps you can make use of that retrace to enter. It is up to you, but just because you enter, right, do not expect it to shoot up straight after just because you have entered. So most likely you might get stuck for a while, and you must be able to hold your position lah. So personally for me, I will probably skip Hong Kong. I would think that Full Empire, Hanwell, Banyan Tree are a better trade setup compared to Hong Kong. So those who are looking to enter Hong Kong is more of those FOMO folks lah. So you have to be learn not to FOMO too much. Okay. So SPH is of course the other, I would say, good running counter. Also actually SPH came out on scanner somewhere here also, now it came out. Okay, so if you are looking to trade SPH, right, I think the current breakout is a good candle to trade, but of course your stop loss should be at least below this low lah, so somewhere around here like that, 1.2 like that. Or if you are even want to be even safer, than probably below this low lah, $1, but I think $1 is slightly too far off already. So I will say that 1.2 is a good stop loss level, so you can play it and you can aim for target price around 1.8 like that. So it does seems that we have SPH has sort of bottom out here already, so it is slowly going up, and I do hope that this up move will be able to sustain lah. And it does shows that it is able to sustain. But of course, I'm referring to those who are looking to trade now lah. I'm not referring to those who like been holding since $3 period and you are praying that this will go back to $3. That is very very hard. So if you have been holding since the like olden days, right, then you need to have your own strategy lah. So what I'm referring to now is for those who are looking to enter at what seems like a potential bottom here. Okay, aside from that, boosted does seems very good also. You can see that all the breakout trade is coming out already. So for boosted, right, you can see that here this area, it seems like a very good support that form here. So if you decide to trade this, right, your stop loss need to be at least here below this whole stretch. If you place it anywhere along this stretch, right, anywhere along here, right, most likely you're gonna get stop out and this whole thing going to move further upwards lah. So these are the good counters that I'm seeing from Singapore. Actually Singapore quite a lot of good trade setup coming in also lah. And even if you look at Franken, right, Franken initially the trade setup came in around here, but now it dipped a bit and it recovered. So the reason why the stop loss is here is that because sometimes it can dip after you enter. That doesn't mean you enter it immediately go up. It can dip. So the stop loss is there to ensure that you don't get stop out when it retraces a bit lah. So it's very very important. So right now you can see that Franken is also very near its all-time high and it is just waiting to like spike up above lah. So yeah, so for those who are not in the trade here, right, I think at this stage slightly risky already because your stop loss is very far off. I'm just trying to show some of the good trade setup that we had previously lah. So let's take a quick look on the Hong Kong side. Okay, since Singtel is here, right, let's talk about Singtel also. So Singtel, it does seems like it has established support here already. It has established support here already, and now it is trying to move up lah. It's trying to move up, but the thing is that the reason why I don't want a trade setup here is that you have a resistance very close by at 2.51. So I don't want a trade where you enter, go up, hit 2.51, then come down there, and then after that you get stuck here. So at least for me to trade Singtel, right, I want a breakout above 2.5, 2.6 like that. Once that breakout happen, then I will be looking to trade lah. At this stage right now, not really that attractive. Okay, yeah. So as I said, let's look at Hong Kong side for a while. Where's Hong Kong? Okay. So Hong Kong side, you can see not much counter, but those counter that came up are relatively quite good. Also, you can see this is a real lot group, but this one looked like slightly parabolic lah, a bit risky. But next one, advanced vehicle. So for those who are remember this counter, right? Very very long time ago, this counter came up on the scanner. I think the entry was somewhere along here. The entry came up somewhere along here with the stop loss here. Then after that, a lot of people couldn't hold this period. They stuck there for quite some time. They couldn't hold. They complained. Then after that, I think most of them exited lah. But what happened right after is that we have a very good rally. So let's look at it. I think it is somewhere here, quite a long time ago. I think back in 2020 like that. I'm not sure whether if it is on my trading view. Perhaps it's just a screenshot. Anhui Express CICC. Lithium, Smart Direct Cloud, Renewable, Atricure, Franken, Avacra, Castle Bioscience, Mecom, Sing Sing, Genting, Apple, Union Chemical, Walt Disney, Jaffa, iFast AM, Nah, okay. I think it's not here lah. I think it is on my Patreon, but it's in a screenshot mode lah. Yeah. So this counter show up again mainly because it seems like there has been established support here and now price is going back up. So I think this is one of the better counter on the on Hong Kong. So if you are looking to get into this, right, you can definitely buy here, put your stop loss here. But of course, if you put your stop loss there, right, maybe your TP is somewhere around here like that, here like that. But of course, I think given this uptrend, right, this one can even go up higher. So I'll probably put my TP somewhere around $90 like that lah. So I think this is a very good uptrend trade that is going on. But once again, I would like to say that no matter what kind of trade you take, right, you must be able to stick to your stop loss and your trade plan lah. If not, there's really no point in trading if you are exiting one and chasing another, exiting one and chasing another. So you should always prevent yourself from wanting to have instant profit the moment you enter lah. So if you cannot escape from that mentality, right, it is very hard to succeed as a trader. So there are other counters such as this one, Sun Hong Kai. I think all the Hong Kong counters very hard to pronounce the name. So you can see there's quite a bit of bullish movement happening here also. So I'll be posting up the scanner result for Hong Kong, Singapore, and US later lah. Probably sometime tomorrow morning. But what I'm trying to point out is that actually Hong Kong, some of the counters start to recover already, and hopefully we should be able to see a better recovery going next coming in the next few weeks. You can even see for HSI, right? Sorry, the Lion OCBC Hong Kong Tech, right? You can see that the support here is very strongly established, and previously we had a trade setup that is somewhere here. We have a trade setup around here. It went up a bit, then after that it start to come back down and retest this support. Hence it is very important that my stop loss was like somewhere here, because if you put your stop loss right at the support here, right, then you will have been taken out here already. So which is why the stop loss is slightly more wider lah. Okay, so let's go over to US side a bit. Let's quickly take a look. So US side, you can see that there isn't a lot of counters showing up here. There's only 5 counters for US. And this one does seems like a good trade setup because it is breaking out of the resistance. So you can probably take a look at this also. OI Glass Inc. And next we have the Root Inc. Root Inc. Also, it seems like a support. The support is from here, but actual trade setup, right? I'm only concentrating on Singapore for now lah. Until I see much more better counters coming up on the US side. Until then, right, I'll be focusing on Singapore for a while. So in the US side, I think this is the most promising one, because the trend is very good and now it is breaking up higher again. So you can actually place your stop loss here below this whole stretch, and you can see that it has broken out from the resistance here lah. So because this is actually at all-time high, right? You can actually give yourself arbitrary TP somewhere around 660, 670, close to 700 there lah. I think it's quite a relatively safe trade to take. Aside from that, you have Telos Corporation. Telos Corporation also recently go like there's a gap up there, but at least I will want to wait for the breakout of this resistance here lah, because later you try to trade this and then hit the resistance, come back down again. So we do not want that lah. So for counters that are quite close to the resistance, right, we do want to wait for the resistance to break out first. And lastly, the Crestwood equity partner, this one is also relatively quite good, because a very nice recovery uptrend here, break through the resistance there, manage to close above the resistance. So if you are looking to trade this, stop loss can somewhere be around 22, below this low lah, below this low here lah. And of course your TP can be somewhere like somewhere around like 31 here lah, which is the previous pre-COVID times lah. Yeah, so I think that there are currently, if you are looking to trade, do focus on Singapore. I do have a lot of friends who are trading in US and they are complaining that their US counter not moving lah, stuck here lah, stuck there lah. I know a lot of people like to say things like, oh, I only trade US, I only trade US, but open your mind a bit and actually funds tend to rotate lah. Sometimes when US is not doing well, right, the funds is sometimes shifting to the Hong Kong market or even the Singapore market. So currently right now, Singapore seems to be doing quite okay. So you do want to focus there. And when the funds start to shift back into US and things start to go up again, then we can take a look back at US again. Then most of the trader I know, they did extremely well in US during like December and January period, where whatever you buy, right, everything is going up. But because they had that success with US market during that period, right, now US is flat, like the morale is a bit down lah. But the thing is, sometimes on the other side of the world, the other market are going up. So try to shift around a bit lah. And I think you will be generally fine. Okay, so that's basically for all my trade setup. I'm currently focusing on AEM. Wait, let me go back to the Singapore side. So currently I'm focusing on AEM, Banyan Tree, and the other one is Razer. I'm focusing on Razer. So these are the three counters that I recently have positioned in, and I think all of them, they do have a good I would say potential going upwards lah. Okay. So with that said, right now let's continue to the event that we are waiting for. So which is the lucky draw event lah. So as you all know, right, this lucky draw. Wait where's my lucky draw? Okay. Mm, okay, here. So the purpose of this lucky draw is that for those who doesn't know, this Patreon was set up sometime way back in 2020 October, like that. So that was when the Patreon was first launched. So my very first post go all the way to October lah. But of course, during that period, right, I sort of how should I put it? I didn't really sort of advertise it yet, but I do have quite a lot of I would say the supporter lah, the loyal supporter that chose to subscribe to my Patreon on the very first month that I set up, which is around October and November period lah. But you will see that majority of the folks only came in around December, because that is when I start to do more heavier advertising and I share a lot more. So the purpose of this is to thank those folks who have been there since October period lah. And you will realize that for most people, for all the people who are on this list, right, they are probably subscribed to my Patreon since the October and November period, and they have stayed subscribed throughout the whole period lah. Because along the way there are some other who chose to unsubscribe or for some reason they chose to downgrade or whatever lah. But of course as a way to thank my loyal supporter, so I have this particular lucky draw lah. But of course I think in the future, as the Patreon get bigger and bigger, right, I will find some other ways and means to ensure that those who have, let's say, stay subscribed for 1 year, they are properly, I mean, appreciated in some way. So I will try to find some other way in the in the future lah. But of course it is my sincere hope that the reason why you are subscribed is because you find the information useful, it helps you in your trading, and not because you want a lucky draw prize. So I do hope that's not the case lah, which is why this lucky draw itself, it was kind of as a surprise also, because I don't think anyone who was subscribed during October period actually expect this lucky draw to happen. Because if I say there will be a lucky draw in the next 1 year, right, then a lot of people will like maybe just say stay subscribed just to get the lucky draw or what. I don't want this kind of thing happening now. So in the future, whenever there will be this thing, right, there will be this kind of stuff, right, it will most likely be something unexpected and a surprise event lah, rather than something that has been planned now. Okay. So let's try to make this a very happy, appreciative event. So for those who are recently subscribed only, I also thank you guys for supporting, and I do hope that going forward, right, I will be able to serve you better lah. Okay, so with that said, I have two sets of category lah. So the first set is the for $40 tier prices. These are for people who subscribe during October, November on the $40 tier all the way until now. And of course, the $20 tier prices is for those who are subscribed to the $20 tier from October, November all the way until now lah. Okay, so you can see that of course the $40 tier prices is much higher than much better than the $20 tier prices lah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my video. So I'll be using this thing called the random name picker lah. So this is entirely online one. So it is, so you all should know that this is not rigged. So whatever the name that is there, it will come up lah. So it's an online app lah. Okay. So I'm going to share my video. I'm going to share the video screen. Okay, so I hope you all can see me. Wait. Okay, so let's look at some of the prices we have here, right? So I have let's start with the $20 tier prices. So I have the $300 CapitaLand voucher here. You can see it. Actually, unfortunately, it's all in $10 lah. So there is 30 of them lah. Okay. So all these prizes, don't worry, if you are a winner, right, I will mail them to you. You have to let me know your address and I will send them over via mail lah. Okay. And of course, the second and third prize is the Apple Watch. So second prize is we have the Apple Watch SE with the GPS. So you can see I have an Apple Watch right here also. It's a new one. The seal is still there. So it's not something that I got from like Carousel or what. Okay. Okay, so currently I only have one Apple Watch because the other one is still on delivery. So this one that I have with me right now, right, it is the GPS lah, the non-cellular one. The cellular one is still on the way. So whoever won the GPS plus the cellular, right, you do have to wait a while for me to mail it to you, because it is still at the Apple shop there lah. For some reason, the SC series is quite hot, and a lot of place is out of stock lah. Okay, then for the $40 tier, of course you have another CapitaLand voucher, which is same thing. It's all in $10. So the expiry date is 19 March 2022 lah. So you do have about 1 year to spend this lah, and there is 40 of them here lah. And finally, you have the iPhone 12. I have an iPhone 12 here, and same thing. It is also brand new one. The green color seal is still there, so it's not something that I repack my old iPhone 12 lah. Okay, and of course the first prize for the $40 tier is the free entry to my course lah, which unfortunately the coming course is in April is full already, so yeah, so you will not be able to, if you win this, you will not be able to enter the upcoming one lah. But of course, you'll be able to enter. Our reserve a slot for you for the September batch lah, the second batch for this year. Okay, yeah. So these are the lucky draw prizes. So so we will start with the $20 prize the the $20 lucky draw. So I will be copying paste all these name into the random picker. Then I will press the select name 3 times. Okay. So the first one, so we will go in order of the bottom to up lah, meaning the first name will be the third place $20 tier, second name will be second place $20 tier, and the third name will be the first place the $20 tier. Then after that we will move on to the $40 one. Okay, so there's no confusion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all these. So these are the names that you register in your Patreon. So when I look at my Patreon clients, right, I will see all these names. So I'm not sure what your real name is lah. So it is as per your Patreon name. Okay, so I got all this ready. Let me go to the random number picker. Base. Wait. Okay, so I have 15 names here. So the moment I have one winner, right, that winner will be removed from the list. Okay, so we are going to start the first. So this one, ignore it because I was testing it just now. Okay, let me refresh this so that is okay. Sorry, let me get this. Okay, so yeah, we have a fresh one here already. 50 names, remove. Okay, so the first one, just to be sure, this draw is for the third place. This one is for the third place $300 Capital Land voucher. Okay, draw ready. Alvin Ching, is Alvin Ching here? If Alvin Ching is here, can you speak up in the chat? Wait, let me see. Let me see if Alvin Ching is here. Can pass to December. Can pass to December member. No lah. Cannot like that lah. Okay. If he is not here, never mind. I will email him lah. But I mean, okay. So we have the $300 voucher going to Alvin Ching. Because I actually have about over 30 people who is eligible for the lucky draw, and I have only 35 members, right? 35 people tuning in lah. So I'm thinking maybe some of you are not around lah. Okay, so the next one is the second place Apple Watch SC silver aluminum 40mm GPS. So exciting, even though don't worry, Desmond, there will be a lot more exciting stuff when you are in the course. Trust me, there's a lot more exciting stuff going on around. First time see live lucky draw. Oh really? First time see live. I mean your company dinner and dance should have one no man. Okay, never mind. Okay, so okay. The second place second place. Don Chan. Who's Don Chan? Is Don Chan here? Me too. First time see virtual draw. It's so sadly all the winner not here one. Okay, I don't think Don Chan is here also, but never mind. Our not here. No lah, no lah. Here, not here also can claim lah. Okay, never mind, never mind. Our email, our email him. Okay, let's go to the first prize of the $20 tier. Okay, the Apple Watch SE GPS and cellular. So whoever win this, like I said, your price is still on the way, so there might be a small delay lah. 收之位 is 收之位 here. Yeah, congrats. your name only pop out during testing. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so Zihui here. Where is she? Where is she? He. Okay, I saw already. Zihui. So, Zihui. So, can you speak up a bit, like to show that you are here. Yes, speech, please. Give a bit of speech. your fellow members are excited for you. Okay, wait, let me grab a few give me a moment before I move on to the other one. I need to record down the winner names in case I forget. Okay. Okay. So let's go to the $40 tiers one. Okay. So let me refresh this whole thing. Okay, so for the rest of the folks who didn't win, you will still get a bit of something lah. I will share what is it later. So I'm gonna copy up the $40 names. Okay, so there are 20 people here. So I'll remove the name if one person is drawn now. Okay, so this is for the $40 one here. For the first one will be the $400 capital land voucher. So yeah, like I said, you have your $400 voucher here now. Okay, so let's start. Actually, this app doesn't have the clapping sound lah, balloon sound lah, a bit anti-climax lah. You do lah. Oh, Darren Low. Darren Low. I know Darren Low. He very supportive one on Facebook. Where's Darren Low? Is Darren here? If Darren not here, I'm gonna give away his stuff already. Darren Low is not yet, but never mind. I know he's I think he's in my course also. He's coming for the April course also. Wait, let me write down the name. Okay. Okay. Next one. Next one is the iPhone 12. Never mind. It's okay. Next one is the iPhone 12. Second price. Okay. Your I click ready. Nicholas. You all hear the cheers or not? Okay. 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 I see a nick here lah, but I'm not sure if that is Nicholas or not. But wait, let me write down. Nicholas iPhone 12. Kaching almost is you. Sad. Okay, so the last one. So the last one is the free entry to the course on the September batch lah. Okay, so this one should be the most valuable one lah. Depend on what you are trying to get lah. If you are trying to sell away your price, then that's probably not the most valuable. But if you are here for the knowledge, then okay, yeah, I think that will be the most valuable one. Okay, so the last one. Those who are here, all the best lah. I do hope that those who are here will win lah. Okay. Last one. Okay. David, go. If I see the phone on carousel, I'll be sad. David Go is David Go here? Nah, D there's only Desmond. Okay, never mind. Okay. David Go. Okay, so yeah, so that's the end of the lucky draw. Thanks everyone for coming. So like I said, right, for those who are part of the list but you did not win any prize, right? Actually, as a consolation, also, what you will have is, I think there's written here. Yeah, so all the remaining who didn't win anything, right? You have a 3-month free Patreon subscription lah. So for the next 3 months, right, your Patreon fee will be refunded to you lah. But like I said, because I cannot give free Patreon, right, you will be charged first, but about 5 days later, that charge will be refunded back to you lah. So do look out for your the payment lah, so to ensure that you are refunded lah. Okay, so thanks everyone for coming to this session and being a supporter lah. So we Nimbus Capital, in the future we have big things coming ahead. We are coming out with a lot of very big updates, and all these updates will be going live in sometime December 2021. We are going to have a portfolio tracker. I'll be creating something called the Nimbus Trade Management System, which is like an online portfolio, but there will be a AI behind the portfolio to guide you on how to enter and do TP and take care of your TP, all this stuff. So all this will be coming in. It is in the making lah. So I'm working with some web developer to come up with all this stuff. So which will be seeing the result sometime in December this year lah. So I do hope that you guys do stay around to watch all this happen, because we are trying to going big in the coming years lah. Okay, yeah. So thanks everyone, and happy trading in the coming weeks. Bye bye. Good night.